Hello everyone. Just wanted to talk to you today on a little bit of a snowy, dreary Wednesday. I wanted to update you on some things that are going on with us in the office as it relates to our practice, and of course, obviously all of this impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Currently we are closed for all non-urgent work. Basically that means we're taking to heed a lot of advice that we've been given through numerous agencies, the state of Utah, the CDC, the American College of Surgeons, the American Society for Plastic Surgery, and the American Society for Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, now known as the Aesthetic Society. In fact, as recently as yesterday, the Utah State Department of Health issued an order that indicated their recommendation that no elective procedures of any sort, dental, medical, surgical, otherwise, be performed at least until April 25th. Now, prior to that, we had already been on hold in our office for elective surgical procedures. We've postponed those procedures for the foreseeable future. We haven't made a determination yet when we feel ready to proceed. Largely because of our involvement with those national societies and the American College of Surgeons, we had been anticipating that we would need to begin to curtail our activities out of patient safety and as part of our effort to preserve personal protective equipment. Now, we already have a full supply of medical equipment, disposables, masks, gowns, gloves, things like that are necessary for healthcare workers to protect themselves. This is our inventory that's been in our office for many weeks and in some cases months. This is not something that is depriving any of the hospitals or medical offices of supplies. And in fact, I had already gone so far as to contact a couple of my colleagues in the community and offer them personally some of our supplies in the event that they needed some personal protective equipment. So just rest assured that currently everything that we are doing and have been doing has not had any impact on our overall medical community as a whole. Now that said, if we continue to work as we have been, spring is always a very busy time for us, we would be consuming more and needing more materials. Likely we wouldn't be able to get any of that ordered in, but at the same time at that point we definitely would have potentially had a much larger impact on the overall well-being of the community. That said, we have already made a decision to scale back on what we're doing, again limiting our practice to two broad categories. One is patients who are currently needing ongoing medical care, my recent post-operative surgical patients, any patient with any sort of ongoing issue that needs continued medical care. But we're also doing virtual consultations. Now I think that's a very bizarre, I think that's a very non-creative term. I think it's very sterile. What we've been doing for many years already is using technology to educate patients. What we're able to do now more often is cut back a little bit on one section of that patient experience for our new patients, and that's basically the hands-on inpatient experience, in-person experience. And that in-person experience in our office has also included 3D imaging, which is a very valuable portion of what we're able to offer during a consultation. But obviously because we don't have the patient there in the office, we're not able to do that 3D imaging, and of course we're not able to perform an in-person examination, and we're not able to utilize obviously some of that hands-on type of interaction with patients to help them understand sort of their condition and some of our recommendations. Now that said, we can do the vast majority of that visit otherwise remotely, and we'd like patients to be able to continue to address the concerns that they have and to put into place plans for their future when things are back to normal and everyone, including their situation and our situation, is stabilized. So rather than call it a virtual consultation like you hear I think, already overused throughout all of telemedicine and telehealth. What we like to call it is a pajama consult. So basically, you can stay in your pajamas. I'm going to be at the office, probably in scrubs, but you can stay at home with hopefully a warm drink, a cool drink, or water if you're really trying to be good and healthy. And you're able to sit there and learn everything that we need you to learn and to interact with us with a very high-tech system that we've had in place. In fact, one of the first, if not the first, in the state of Utah to utilize this system. If you're interested in learning more about that, or you have any sort of questions whatsoever about us, about our practice, or possibly learning a little bit more about a particular problem you have and would like to at some point address, if you want to schedule a pajama consult, all you need to do is reach out to us via email or through our phone number, and we'll include links on this video as well, so you know how to do that if you don't already. But rest assured, we're doing everything for the patients in their best interest, for the community and the professional groups that we belong to, with that best interest at heart for all of those entities. We are your source of plastic surgical care, and we want to continue to do that. And we want you to know that, again, your best interest is always our best interest. So everyone, keep your fingers crossed. Spend some time on your knees praying up above to help people who are being afflicted with this terrible pandemic, and of course all of the financial and economic impacts that we're all suffering from right now. We'll be here. We'll be sending more videos out as time goes on. And of course, to that end, we'd also like to hear from you with regards to things you'd like to see me post videos about. We have been very active, as you probably already knew, with the plastic surgery channel. Produced a large number of high quality videos, but we're certainly able to do more of them now, and we are happy to do that for you. If you have a particular interest in some topics, definitely send them our way and we'll get right on them. Again, thanks a lot. Stay safe, be healthy. God bless.